Welcome. This is our first time doing Oaklandside live. The Oaklandside launched in 2020, smack dab in the middle of the first year of the pandemic, to amplify community voices, share information resources, and to investigate systems, not just symptoms. This year, we are truly doing it live with a look back at some of the biggest stories of our newsroom's second year in existence.
This election was just super confusing in a lot of ways. So, one thing we did this year that was a little bit different was we had our entire staff, we all got together and we interviewed all the mayoral candidates.
The fact that Oakland's roads are so dangerous isn't news to anyone here. But today I wanted to talk about a recent story I wrote that looks not at the problem of traffic safety, but at what a small but powerful group of everyday Oakland residents are trying to do about it. And Oaklandside, as we keep mentioning, focuses on systems, not symptoms.
Oakland is one of the best cities in the world that you can go to. One of the things that makes it one of the best cities in the world is that everybody who owns a small business here, and there's a lot of them, they're all from somewhere. We talk to immigrant-owned small businesses, the Black business owners, because they are Oakland. We have to hear from them.
When covering school closures, I wanted to go beyond just the debate around school closures. I wrote about the justifications from the school district about why they're necessary. I included arguments from people who think that school closures are bad, but as we've mentioned tonight, we try to look at systems and not symptoms.
When the pandemic started and I started working for Oaklandside, it was important to shine light onto what other people were going through with caring for their relatives, trying to keep them safe.
In a lot of ways, if we look across the room here, there are deep connections with the city of Oakland that people hold. We could go down the row and I could just add out a comment on every one of us. And I think that's a real strength of our newsroom. I think that's something that we draw on to have conversations about how we're covering the city and why, and that makes our journalism stronger.
I do take my time whenever I'm at a site for a story. It's always about capturing the moment that's going to convey the story.
Since the start of the Oaklandside, we've heard from readers consistently this hunger for history coverage in general, and I think that's a natural impulse and desire when you're living in a place that is undergoing really tumultuous change to preserve and document the legacies and cultural and community institutions of this place. And a big piece of that is the people and the loved ones of community members.
Where Community Kitchen stands out is we're born and raised in Oakland. We're deeply rooted in Oakland.
This is just what somebody with an idea can do. And it really just is like proof that if someone really works at it, we all have the opportunity to make a difference. So I just want to thank you so much for coming out today. This was a really inspiring conversation for me. I hope you guys listening in found it inspiring too.
I liked that we get a little bit more deeply into what Oaklandside is really thinking about for the future and get to hear from the audience.
I think the local news part, because we have a lot of newspapers that are closing up. This is another voice for people, to be heard.
Oakland can be a very fragmented city, and I think one of the things Oaklandside does very successfully is it's part of what helps bring Oakland together and knits Oakland together, and this evening was an illustration of that.